Hello, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. We are continuing in our Victorian journal. I know we've got this one, we've got the dark Victorian, and still haven't quite, don't really like the name dark Victorian, so we need to come up with maybe another name for it. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below, please. So in this one, we are actually at the end of our first signature, and you can see the division here. So this is the back cover of the first signature and beginning of the second. Now I have pulled some papers. Whether we use them all or not, you know, it remains to be seen. And a few little odds and ends that I just randomly pulled from here and there. So let's get started. I know the first thing I want to do is I want to use this piece here, and I wanted it to span both pages, but as we see, we have this section here that we really can't, you know, that's the spine of the book. So what we need to do is actually, well, you know what? We're going to do it a different way. I was going to use my trimmer and cut this, but I think what we're going to do, we're just going to tear it down somewhere towards the middle. Now, instead of putting it this way, I'm actually going to use the outside edges so that we're not, in that middle. Now, another thing you can do for that middle piece is, let me see if I've got, you can cover it with washi tape. I'm looking through my little thing here, see if I've got one that's definitely too big. See if we've got one that will fit down that middle. And it looks like this is going to be it. But it's, let's use it anyway. You know, I like using colors that sometimes don't match, and that's okay with me. So, trying to get this up. Yes, I've cut all my fingernails off. So, washi tape can be notorious for not actually sticking like it should. Sometimes it's old, and believe me, mine are probably ancient. So all I'm going to do here is to put a bead of glue, making sure that I've got enough on the ends, because once the ends are secured and just a dab here and there in the middle, that's usually enough to suffice. So let me see, I need to be able to get this in the right spot on the bottom. So I'm going to come down here with my tweezers maybe, and put that there, move that out of the way. And then instead of going, piece by piece trying to get it straight, I'm simply going to match one end to the other. And now, because this has the raised parts here from the signatures, I can't really come in here and use jack. So, right there. And that's done. Very simple. Now we can come in here with these pieces. Now, I'm not going to ink these because there is such a different color between these two. So, now I love these full page stickers. They are so easy to use. Let's do it this way. Let's come up here a little bit. We'll offset them. You know me, I love offsetting things. It gives it a little more interest from what I think. But you do you. If you don't like the offset, don't do it. That part's done. Now, I did find this piece, and when I was cleaning up my shelf, I found some smaller pads that I had forgotten about. And I think this one here was given to me by my daughter. Not Victoria, but Jennifer. And it's got some really nice pieces in it, but some that I wouldn't actually use with this one. The next one I found was this one here, which has got some beautiful pieces. But I don't think I want the gilding in this one. But I did pull out a few to put in our paper tray. And this is where I found that other piece from. And it's got a lot of potential for background pieces. I see there was that one there. Now you do have to trim off the top. And pick and choose. If you like the gold gilding, then use it. And then this one here, I got at Joann's years ago. And because I like the sort of mottled colors in this one as background pieces. And they've got quite a variety. So I did pull some out of these to put in our tray. And this is what came out of that one. Now I was thinking that I could actually, I know I've just been doing collages, but I could actually do a pocket with this one. So now this one I will go around and ink the edges. Up there. Now, if we're going to use it as a pocket, we can only put glue down the 3 edges. So, now I was asked, let me grab a paper towel right quick for that glue top. I was asked if you could use double-sided sticky tape on these, and you can, but I found that when I use it, the tags or the things that I put in, I mean, oh my God, I can't even go around the edges this morning. And I have had my coffee. But as long as we have some size of pocket here, I'm not really going to worry about a lot. Now I want to place this one. Yes, I know, I'm off-centered on the page. It's up a little bit farther, but that's okay. Not everything needs to be centered. I learned that the hard way because I used to be so OCD. So we've got that one down. Now we have these other pages. See which? Kind of like that one. And I did pull this one out to go on. Ooh, I got 2. I pulled 2. So I could use that one or this one. Decisions. But that's okay. We can do decisions. And I think I'm going to go with that one. So this one I'll put that in my return pile. All right, so I know I've got these 2. And I found this little snippet of a page that I wanted to use to get it out of my box. Ooh, I like that. So I'm just going to tear that one little piece off there. And we'll use that down there. Should I make it smaller? That's going there. Yeah, I think we do. We need to come down just a tad more because I want that lace edge to show. So we'll come down about to there. Give it a quick ink. Right around the edges. Now you can definitely use a tape runner if you have it. You know, anything that would stick the page down. Now, because I'm not sure if I want to tuck something under, all I'm gluing down are the 3 edges. So that one can go there. And you don't have to put glue all over a piece. You can just put it, you know, around the edges. You can put it around just, you know, 1 or 2, or at least 2 of the edges. Or if you don't want to put it on the edges, just put it in the middle. Come around here. I'm doing this to highlight that edge because I want it to fit like right there so that I can still see the scalloped edging here, but I can see, you know, what's underneath through the lace effect. So this one here, I'm going to glue 3 edges down just to give you an idea. Maybe a little bit here in the middle, because I may want to tuck something under there, and I'm not bothering with trying to get all around that lace edge, because that's too tedious, and I don't like tedious. Now I found this, it is cardstock, but I just thought this was great. This is from an old Prima marketing pad that I had, and I'm not sure they even make this one. It may be discontinued. I have not checked. And what I've found that works when you're looking for an older one is Google has, you know, when you go into Google search, you'll see where it has like the microphone and then the little 4 corners. That's for taking photos. And I can take a photo of this and do a search on it, and it will tell me if it's still available and where. You know, sometimes Google is useful. Well, no, I'm not saying Google's not useful. You know, I'm just saying that sometimes it's more useful than others. Okay, this one I do, because it is a heavier cardstock, I am going to glue it down pretty well, because I don't want it to come up or to raise up anywhere. So, trying to get it all covered on the back. And then this one, I'll put right there. Now, this one I wanted for the center. And I have checked. This is the right way up, because I can tell by the writing. So, I'm going to come along here, because I can see that white. Most paper is white and the ink usually is on the top. So I'm just coming through here to knock back that white edge. Not so much to, you know, fully ink the edges. Just to get rid of the white. Now we'll go all the way around this one. And just a smear in the middle. Shall we go up or shall we go down? Let's go down. Why not? Everything's a little wonky today. Now, the elements that I had picked out, I do like these here. And I was thinking about corners. I do like that. So, now I thought these were stickers, but I cannot get them undone. So if you get to a point with a sticker that the back won't come off and you know it's a sticker, just stick the whole thing down. What did I do? Oh, had that already in place. Coming here with this one, and I want this one up here in that corner, and I'm putting it on the corner of this one, not the corner of the page, because this is cardstock and there is a definite ridge between them. Oh, I like that. That turned out really good. Now somewhere, let me find the other top for the, that's better. Now, some of the stickers that I did pull out, well, some of these are stickers, some are not. I don't think I want that one on that page. But I pulled them out because I thought they were pretty and they need to be used. So I'm just coming through here and trying to see where I would like these to go. That would be too dark. I do like that one there. Yeah, and you can easily do this. It's just a matter of pulling things out and seeing where you would like for them to fit on your page. And not everything has to be, has to be perfect or aligned just so. You can overlap. It's your page. You can do anything you want to it. Now these here, let me see if I can get these to come apart. These are individual pieces. The center is a tag, or a label, excuse me. The center's a label, and then it has two outside frames. So, there's the label. And then, if I can get these apart without damaging them, yeah, that's always a problem with me. Can I get these apart, or are they going to tear on me? Sometimes you just have to be careful. And if they tear, that's okay. We can still work with them. Like I said, not everything has to be perfect. There goes that one. And then if I can find where these start, I can usually, you see, it does take a little bit to get these apart. And I think I bought a whole book of these. But they're going to be fun to play with, and you can use these anywhere. There. Now I've got two frames and a label. So we'll set those there. Now onto the ones that I know I'm going to use and where I'm going to put them. think this one, I need my little piece of tape. Get the backing off. Then I can peel this part off. Now, because I want to align these just right, now I'm not exactly sure whether I want to go here or over. I think I'll go here. When you figure out your exact place, then it's easy to put them down. And this one here. Some of these I ordered. Some of these, like the one I'm peeling off now, I got a couple of years ago when I went to Japan. And I still have them, so I need to use them. Now this one here has a lot of stuff around the outside that I don't want because it's shiny. So we're gonna trim all that off. It's 3 sides and then finally the 4th. And now, this should be easy. Yep. Comes off nice and easy. We'll take off the tape. And then all I'm doing is sticking it onto, maybe did I get a piece of tape on there? Yeah. Which way do we go? We go this way. And again, what I'm doing, I'm trying to seal down that corner so that it doesn't, keep popping up on me. Set that over there. Now we have this one here, and I do not think, oh yes it is a sticker. Now, because it's big, I know it's going to roll. Which way does the... I can't really tell from the writing in the background. So I'm going to come here, put my tweezers in there, and sort of anchor that down so it does not roll away on me. See how it rolls up? That way I can put it right where I want that to go, and there. All right, this one has, it looks like it goes on an edge. So if I do put it on the edge of the paper, I don't want the extra sticking off. Now, I'm not going to worry about going around this edge. That doesn't bother me. But I don't want it to come off the edge of the paper if I stick it that far close. And I do want it up here so I can line it just like that. Now, because that is cardstock, there is like a little lip here. So at that point, all I'm going to do is come down right along that edge there with the back of my tweezers and sort of stick it down. Not bad. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now, if I wanted to use these, of course, we've got to ink them up because we don't want them disappearing into the background. And yes, I can see where it stuck to the part, but that's okay. It just gives it a little rough edge. And all I'm doing is running my dauber right down the very edge of this one. Not so much inking the inside. And I'm coming right, doing the same thing on the inside of the little frame here. Oh, didn't get that side. There's that one, and then we have the big one. I said I may use them all, I may not, but I want them to be ready if I do. And if I don't, then I don't have to worry about doing this, you know, when I do use them on a page. So this part, yes, it takes a few more minutes. Well, actually maybe only a minute or two, but that minute or two can save time. There, now we have the outsides done. I'm wondering if we need something else on here. So let's see. Not sure it's that one. Let's see what we have in our vellum stickers. Oh, we have, no, it's too dark. We have another one here. That may work. What else is in here? You know, half the fun of working on pages is digging through what you have, because you never know what you're going to find, what you may have forgotten that you had. I do like her. And I'm not one for using people. Not quite sure. Oh, I know that's a family of little kittens. Oops. Not that one. I could do, no, I don't want blue. Then I have these that fell out. I reckon they're saying use me. So, we'll use them. Yep, they fell out, we'll use them. Yep, why not? So, we have these here. Now this one here, I know I'm going to touch the edges with my dauber. And that's all I'm doing, just up and down. And then come in here with my tape. Because I really do not have time to sit here and try to find edges. What did I do with... See, in this way I can hold it up until I get it right where I want it. Have that one. Now, when it comes to labels, you do not have to use the whole label. You can simply tear off the edge, and it can go anywhere you want it to go. We can put it there. Oh, we did have, remember we undid that edge? Oh, we didn't do it down all the way. We can put that one under that edge. Or we could even stick it down on that edge. How far over can we go? Let's do that. Let's come way down here in the corner. And tuck that right in there. Now, I do like her, but I don't like the tag effect. So I'm just simply going to come in here and trim it down to where I have just her. and not all the excess. You can do that. You can trim a sticker down and just have the one part that you want to show. Oh. See, even some of these small ones want to roll. Now, this one here fell out. It did not want to stay in the little thing anymore. It wants to be used. So, use it we will. Where do we need a circle? We need a circle here. And why do we need a circle there? Just because. Ah, static clean. Now this is a yellow rose. And I noticed that there's one there. So we'll add it. Oops. Move these out of the way for a moment. Oh, we still have this one. Can we use it somewhere? Yeah, I know we're overdoing it, but it's okay to overdo things. You're allowed to overdo things. Would that be? I'm still not sure. We'll put that in the maybe pile. And then this one here. Now this is just regular vellum. It is not a sticker. So, find the back side of it. Now Fabri-Tac is good if you have vellum, because it doesn't really show through under. Well, we're not going to be able to go that way, so let's go this way. Just a little tuck under there somewhere. Now we have these. Ooh. Let's do that. Back, let me put this down first, and then I'll come back and trim. So I basically want to go about from here and we'll come up a little. So here to here, we can put that down there, and then we're going to come back, we're going to trim off the excess. I'm not going to wrap it around. I'm just trimming that part off. Well, that didn't come out very straight, but that's okay. So now we have that one there, and then we have this one. How are we going to do this? We're going to have to trim it again. That's okay. We can trim again. Ooh, or do we? Let's come up and focus on that crown. I think I like that idea better. So I can actually, well, is that going to? A little bit more. There. Now all I have to do is to pick up the page and trim off the top. Just like that and that. So this one here I'm not going to use. But I did come across, see, I have these, but they're thought I had another page of them in here. I have these here that are a bit darker. Let's go with some of these. Why not? Just here and there to bring a little added contrast. And they don't have to be all the same color. Ah, that one did not come off my finger. Just a dot here and there. I like it. So we'll put that back in there. This can go in our reuse pile. We have the other part of this that we can put in our reuse pile. What do we have over here? I see trash. All this here is trash. Different little edges that we had trimmed off. So those go in there. I do have this one here that I pulled out. So I'm gonna put this back. Or did it come? That's not vellum. So that needs to go into, and that's not flowers. Where did I get this one from? Okay. All else fails. Should I put it in? Yeah, we'll just put it in our regular sticker box. That one goes away. We didn't really use those. These are our, that one goes up there. And then this one, well, that's gonna have to go back over there. Our reuse goes in our file. We can put our washi tape up. And see how easy it is just to clean up. Take the time, take a few minutes. Clean up when you're done. And see, this is all the papers that I pulled for our two journals we're working on, so that I know what I'm actually pulling from. And this was that little book that I showed you. I mean, I've got tons of these to use. So this goes back in its little place now. Daubers go back. That goes in its home. My lid goes on. Tweezers away. Scissors away. My little cap. And I'm done. Now my desk is cleaned up and I'm ready to move on to the next. But we do have a pocket here that we need to fill. So, all I'm doing is looking through my tags. And I've got this little one here that will, let's see if it fits. Now, if you've got a tag that when you put it down, it's going to go too far down, then what you need to do is to add something to it to keep it from sinking so far. Let's see, do I have, we can use a little piece of this, or we can use all of this. So I'm going to gather my ends so that it's completely in half. Then I'm going to fold it in half again. So that now, what I could, I'm going to need my tweezers again. I can come through here grab the whole part and pull that through. Oh, come on. I know you're going to come through. There. Now, while I have my tweezers still in that hole, I'm going to get these a little bit better lined up. And then I can be all thumbs, get that hole situated so that I can get both tweezers back, or both ends of the tweezers back through there. Then grab hold of the whole mess and pull it through. Just like that. Now I have the tag on the, or the material on the end, and I can stick it in there, and that's going to stick out so that I know that there's a tag there. Yes, we have room for more, and I may put more in there later, but right now this is to show you how easy it is just to add something there. And you can come back and change it. You know, you can always change your tag. So, what do you think? Not bad, huh? And we did add a pocket. So now we have the whole second signature, and then we'll be done. So, if you enjoyed coming and working with me today, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and then the bell notification so you'll be notified when the next video from the Dragon's Den comes out. Now, Tuesdays and Thursdays are our journaling days. We work in our vintage journal and our dark vintage journal. And on Saturdays is our free-for-all. It could be any topic that comes up. If you have a suggestion on either of the journals or on a Saturday video, leave it in the comments below, because I do read the comments and I do love getting suggestions, you know, from you viewers. So until next time, bye guys.